Welcome to ECF for the Northern District of Georgia Bankruptcy Court, Case Management Electronic Case Filing System. The following pages provide for a quick reference to each of the following topics of discussion we will cover during this PowerPoint. After completing this PowerPoint, you will be able to gain an understanding of the ECF system and the different types of filers. Log into ECF to file documents and access reports. Identify the purposes for each menu option on the ECF menu bar. Access and understand the importance of following procedures in the online manual. Identify common filing mistakes. ECF is an acronym for Case Management Electronic Case Files. It is a system being used in many bankruptcy and district courts across the country. It provides users the option to file case documents in electronic format and for courts to accept filings via the internet. The ECF system is restricted to registered users. Each court has specific requirements that a filer must meet before issuing the filer a ECF login and password. Our bankruptcy court, for the Northern District of Georgia, has two levels of ECF filers. The first being full access filers, which include attorneys and their staff, have access to file all types of documents from new bankruptcy and adversary cases to all types of assorted documents. Our next level are limited access filers, which also include creditor representatives, who have access to file proofs of claim, claim-related documents, reaffirmation agreements, and request for notices. Please note, filers only needing access to file proofs of claim may do so by using the court's electronic proof of claim system. A login and password is not required for this. The ECF system for the Northern District of Georgia can be accessed from our website homepage at www.ganb.uscourts.gov, by clicking on the e-filing, ECF, link in the gray box on the left side of the page. After clicking on this link, the following ECF login page will appear. Click on the link to access our ECF system database. In next-gen courts, such as the Northern District of Georgia Bankruptcy Court, the e-filer's PACER login and password are used for both filing documents and reviewing filed documents. On the login screen, enter your username and password. Click the login button to continue. Please note, your browser must be set to accept cookies in order to log in to the site. If your browser is set to accept cookies and you are experiencing problems with the login, delete the stored cookie file in your PC. Close and reopen your browser before trying again. After clicking the login button, the above redaction agreement will appear. The e-filer must check the box indicating that the agreement was read before clicking the continue button in order to access the ECF database. Upon accessing the ECF database, the ECF menu bar will appear. The menu options appearing on the menu bar will be explored in more detail on the following screens. The following slides will provide a summary of each main menu option along the menu bar within the ECF system. The bankruptcy and adversary menu options give access to file new cases and assorted documents. The menu options, with an arrow appearing on their right side, offer two methods for accessing their related events. For example, in the first method, click on the down arrow next to bankruptcy. The list of bankruptcy events appears. If an arrow appears to the right of an event, click on the arrow to access the sub-events. Upon clicking on the arrow to the right of creditor maintenance, two sub-events appear. For the second method, you will simply click directly on the menu option for the list of events to appear. This is the method we will be using to explore each menu option on the following screens. The first menu option is bankruptcy. Upon clicking directly on the bankruptcy menu, a list of bankruptcy events for full access filers will appear for filing documents in a bankruptcy case. The bankruptcy events for limited access filers will appear slightly different and are shown in the orange box. The second menu option is Adversary. Upon clicking directly on the Adversary menu, a list of adversary events will appear. Please note, for filers with a limited access login and password, no adversary events will appear. The next menu option is Query. The Query menu allows you to view filed documents and case information. After entering the search clues, such as the case number, name of person or business, click on the Run Query button to access the case information. Next is the Reports menu option. Full access filers will have access to the reports listed. Limited access filers will only have access to the reports shown in the orange box. Under Reports, you can access the claims register to view filed claims or view case information through the docket report. Only full access filers will be able to access the payments link to pay outstanding filing fees. Next is the Utilities menu option. The Utilities menu allows the ECF filer to handle housekeeping functions of ECF, such as changing your client code and viewing your transaction log. You can update your contact information by clicking Maintain Your ECF account, which will direct you to Pacer to make changes for most contact information. Upon clicking on Maintain Your ECF account, the following screen appears with the ECF filer's information. To update the information, click on the Edit My Name and Address information link. This information is linked to the Manage My Account screen in Pacer, where e-filers can update their personal address and email information, as shown on the next screen. On the following screen, click on the Maintenance tab. Click on Update Personal Information to make name changes, click on Update Address Information to update your address, and click on Update e-filer Noticing and Frequency to update your email address. When finished, click the Logout button. Next is the Search menu option. The Search menu allows the filer to locate a document event in the ECF system. Document events are the list of document titles in ECF under which documents can be filed electronically. Upon clicking on the Search menu option, the Search Menus and Events box appears. By typing in a keyword or specific topic and clicking on the magnifying glass, a list of document events will appear. Although these document events are hyperlinked to allow the filing of the associated document, it is highly recommended to access the procedure in the Online Procedures Manual to ensure the document is filed accurately. Next is the Help menu option. The Help menu option provides a help file for the screen you are currently viewing. Each screen you click on, whether it is during a docketing sequence or clicking between menu options or viewing list of events, the help file will provide different tips for each screen the user is viewing. To view the help file, click directly on the Help menu option for any screen you are currently viewing, and the gray Help pop-up box will appear. It will provide tips such as how to enter a case number correctly, provide steps for adding a party, relating to an existing event, or even provide an explanation for different list of events, as shown in the following examples. Last is the Logout menu option. The Logout menu allows the filer to log out of the ECF system. Please note, if you are not actively using ECF for 20 minutes, as a security measure, ECF will time out. You will be required to re-enter your Pacer e-filing login and password to continue filing documents. The Online Procedures Manual is a resource and reference tool for electronic case filers. It includes filing requirements and step-by-step instructions for filing documents electronically. Each event also provides an overview and links to the official and local forms and the rules and code sections. Although filing requirements and references to the bankruptcy code and/or rules may be provided within some events, the OPM should not be relied upon exclusively by the user. Please consult the bankruptcy code and/or rules. The online manual contains procedures for all ECF filers, which include attorneys, trustees, and other professionals as well as limited access filers. The online manual always contains the latest procedures and information for CM-ECF filing. Whenever a change occurs in the CM-ECF system, corresponding sections of the online manual are also updated. Therefore, you should rely solely on the online manual, as it always contains the most current CM-ECF procedures. If your documents are not filed properly, the processing of those documents, as well as any associated deadlines and hearings, may be delayed. Another important aspect when filing documents electronically is selecting the correct document event. For each document filed electronically, a specific and corresponding document event in CM-ECF must be used to file the document. It is important to use the correct document event because it allows CM-ECF to trigger the proper associated actions for the document being filed, such as producing notices and setting deadlines. Filing your documents under an incorrect document event may result in you having to refile the documents, as well as a delay in the processing of those documents. The associated document event for a particular document can be found through the search option on the CM-ECF menu bar, as well as in the procedures located in the CM-ECF online manual. How to access the online procedures manual. You can access the CM-ECF online manual in 3 locations. One option is directly in CM-ECF after logging into the database, and by clicking on the iProcedures menu option located along the top of the toolbar. This is the best way to access the online manual because you can refer to the procedures or resources in the manual while you are working in CM-ECF. The second option is from the court's website, by clicking directly on the online procedures manual option, located near the center of the court's homepage. Another location on the court's website is by accessing the CM-ECF information tab located along the red toolbar, then select Procedures Manual and click on the Online Procedures Manual link. Let's review some information when filing documents in the CM-ECF database. It is important to ensure your documents are filed in the correct case. If a document is filed in the wrong case, the document cannot be removed. Instead, on the case docket, a note is added to the docket entry indicating the document was filed in error. The filer is notified of the error via deficiency. The filer should take any appropriate corrective action needed and refile the document in the correct case, if necessary. Before filing your document, it is recommended to verify on the CM-ECF database that the case name and case number on your document are correct. Here are some helpful tips to ensure you are filing your document correctly. Select the correct document event. Understand the proper sequence of filing documents. Understand the importance of linking documents. Ensure you are attaching the correct PDF. Understand the consequences of not filing documents accurately. Be sure you are aware of the redaction policy concerning personal identifiers. In accordance with Rule 9037A of the Federal Rules of Bankruptcy Procedure, the following information about an individual, or personal identifiers, should be redacted from documents before they are filed with the court. These include a Social Security or taxpayer identification number, a birth date, the name of an individual identified as a minor, financial account numbers. It is the responsibility of the party filing a document to make certain that all personal data has been redacted before filing. E-filers must use extra care to make sure the PDF documents to be submitted in ECF are completely free of hidden data which may contain redacted information. To request redaction of a personal identifier from a document already filed with the court, you must file a motion to redact and pay the required fee. For questions on filing this document, please review this event in the Online Procedures Manual. In accordance with the Federal Rules of Bankruptcy Procedures, FRBP 9011, Local Bankruptcy Rules, LBR 5005-4, 5005-7, B, and administrative procedures, all documents filed through the CM-ECF system must contain required signatures. The attorney of record is responsible for delivering appropriate pleadings to the client and having them read and sign the pleadings before they are filed with the court. When the attorney places the /s/ and the client's name on the pleading, it represents that the client has read and signed the pleading, and that signed pleading is in the possession of the filing attorney. Local Bankruptcy Rule BLR 5005-4 signature, non-conforming pleading states, all petitions, pleadings, and other papers presented to the bankruptcy clerk for filing must be signed by either the party or parties presenting the petition, pleading, or other paper, or, if represented by an attorney, by at least one attorney of record, and must include the complete address, including post office box or drawer number and street address, and telephone number of the person signing it. If signed by an attorney, it must include the information required by BLR 5005-1, There are 3 acceptable ways to sign your document in our court. These include, providing a /s/ with the name under the line in the signature block, a typed name of the registered user on the signature line, and an ink-signed name of the registered user on the signature line. The following are helpful tips for successful filing. Review the Attorney Administrative Procedures and Operational Procedure Manual located on the court's website before you begin. If your document is due on a certain date, it must be filed by midnight Eastern Standard Time. Don't wait until the last minute. Until you are thoroughly comfortable with the new system, consider filing your document the day before it is actually due. Utilize the search feature and title your document to match the appropriate CM-ECF event, instead of using creative titles. If you can't find anything on the event list that remotely matches the title, select the closest option and edit the final docket text to match your document. Do not file a document that should be split into 2 or more documents, such as a response to a motion and a new motion. To select multiple events, such as an amended Schedule AB and amended summary of assets and liabilities, hold down the Control key while selecting each event. If you receive an email regarding an error, note these are sent as a learning tool. The filer is responsible for taking any corrective action needed. The following are helpful tips for emergency matters and filing errors. If you have an urgent matter, please contact the appropriate courtroom deputy. Telephone contact with the appropriate court staff is the only way to ensure that your emergency is handled properly. Once a pleading or other paper is submitted, it becomes part of the case. The CM-ECF system will not permit the e-filer to change the pleading or other paper or the docket entry. If a filing error occurs, the clerk's office should be immediately notified. The notifier should provide the clerk's office with the case number and docket number of the erroneous entry. The following are helpful tips for technical information and troubleshooting. To prevent screen display problems in CM-ECF, you should occasionally clear your cache in your browser, such as deleting temporary files, history, cookies, and saved passwords. Be sure you are using Firefox or Internet Explorer. CM-ECF is not supported by Google Chrome or iOS devices. Consider not converting your document to PDF until you have the final version. This helps you to avoid filing the wrong version. Periodically clean your scanner. Over time, your scanner gets built up with dust and debris, which can cause images of your documents to appear dark or illegible when uploaded. To update personal information associated with your CM-ECF account, please review the following instructions attached here. The following screen provides the most common filing mistakes made by all users. Documents containing personal identifiers. Read the redaction policy in accordance with Rule 9037A of the Federal Rules of Bankruptcy Procedure. Failure to enter hearing date, time, and location or attach the notice of hearing when filing motions. Documents signed by one attorney but e-filed using another attorney's login and password. Forgetting to include signatures on all applicable areas of your document. Incorrect case name and/or number on your pleading or filing documents in the wrong case. Failure to attach or file a certificate of service when required. Selecting the incorrect document event when filing a document. The following screen provides various links that are beneficial to all filers. Please take the time to review and familiarize yourself with each one. Thank you for your participation during this training module for the Northern District of Georgia Bankruptcy Court. For any questions, please email the ECF Help Desk or visit the court's website.